So, I'm going to show you how to install version 047. I've downloaded a copy to my desktop. MySQL is already installed. Agree to our terms. Install the server. Default path is fine. Alright, so it doesn't know where MySQL is. There's always different versions, different paths, so we're going to have to browse for it here, which shouldn't be too bad. Just go to C, Program Files, MySQL 57, bin, and it's called MySQL exe. I'll work on that pathing in future versions. And I told you to remember this password, so there's the root password to MySQL. Give it a minute. It's going to install the full database here with some images, and takes a second. Okay, database is installed. The rest of OSA completed. We'll let it start the service. We should hear it tell us when it started. And we're done. So now I'm going to show you a few things. First, if we refresh Program Files.
Speech client started.
And now we know the service is running. We go to OSA and start the manager. First thing, I just like to know that a user account exists. So first thing I do is I'll go into the website here. And while that's doing that, I'll show you a trick. If you go in, say like UWS Explorer, that's the web server application, and you can see here it's running open source automation, what port it's running on, and if you were to ever uninstall, you can just delete that from here. So UWSE, and that should get you there. Alright, so we'll make our new account. Log in and verify, that it looks to be running. And sorry, no one's ever heard of Ellis, but that's the town I live in. That's a sample data. If you change that and the state to your state, it gives the system a little more context of where it's at. And if we go to, there's no screens created in this package. Apparently, yep, no screens, all system data. But the rooms are still here. And we can go over to logs and make sure the service log's rolling in and see what errors there are. On a new setup here, we can see it's having trouble getting some weather. So I will show you how to do that. If you go to Weather Underground, I've been warning people, get a key. Their service is encrypted. The key is free. Get like the mid-tier package. Put that in here along with your city and state, and that'll get your weather running. Alright, now that that's running, we want to install a plugin or two. And I have some already downloaded here, so we'll put W800 on. Install. The service has to be running to install plugins. Alright, now that it's installed, we see it show up on the list here, and it's not enabled. I'll enable it, but that's not actually starting the plugin.
W800RF is stopped.
See, I didn't actually start it, it just enabled it. So I'm going to actually stop the service at this point. And as we can see, if I'll go into the server logs, it's a good time to clear the logs. And I know that the W800 is going to need a setting. So before I restart, I'll go ahead and get a port number. COM port 4, I believe. 4 or 5, and then go back to manager. Oh, one other thing to look at is, you can see it is enabled now. Manager settings checkbox did that. Start the service back up. Now you may even have to exit manager in between
Speech
plugins.
client started.
I've had a temporary files in use current bug out
All
there.
plugins are running.
So worst case, if you get an error trying to install a second plugin in a row, just go ahead and exit manager real quick. It doesn't hurt anything. But now you can fairly safely go in and uninstall the second plugin. Same thing on Able Instion.
Instion is stopped.
Go to the Instion plugin and set its port number. Man, I think I got those backwards. But anyway. Now we'll reset. That way the Instion picks up its port number and make sure just to be safe.
Speech client started.
So we can watch it loading plugins. I still haven't put in my weather data. Amazing. Now we can look at the logs for Instion, see it read my COM ports, and same with the W800. COM 4 opened. Alright, one last thing, we'll run screens here. And we'll do a separate video on how to properly create screens, but just to get you started so you have something there. We'll go add edit screen. And I don't have an image, so I'll pull one off of my hard drive here, and I'll look cars. And I always just like the name of like main floor or something like that. And see, now it's automatically loaded the new screen it created. And at this point you can go in and start adding options, controls, and configuring it. Hope that gets everyone up and running, and look forward to more videos. Thanks.